Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series. But before I talk about our next uncommon officer, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you'll be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Linkasa. She is class engineering, which means you need engineering badges to upgrade her. She's from the group Blood and Honor. That means others from that group can give her synergy if she's captain, or she can give synergy to another captain if she's on the bridge with him and that captain is from that same group. And she's from the faction Klingon Empire. That means you need Klingon faction credits to upgrade her. She does have a captain maneuver and an officer ability, as you could hear from the synergy part already. The captain maneuver is Way of the Klingon, and that means after winning a battle, Linkasa increases the defense of all the officers on the ship by 10%. So it makes your ship a little bit stronger in your grinding, for example, if you are quite early in the game, are grinding hostiles, and if you have Linkasa, then she could make your ship a little bit stronger in this grind. And her officer ability is defensive tactics, so both of her abilities have something to do with defense. At the start of combat, Linkasa increases the armor of the ship by 500% of the total attack of the crew. So another defensive ability, but a nice one. First of all, it's at the start of combat and not triggered by something that happens during combat. So from the beginning of the combat against a hostile, for example, you will have this extra bonus from Linkasa for your crew. But it depends on the attack of your crew. You see here with her as well, she has attack, defense and health. And defense is strongest because she's quite a defensive officer with her abilities. And you have to look at the overall attack of your officers on the ship for this to be of any help. If you have a very low attack, 500% of a very low is not that helpful. But if you have more attack with the crew but lacks some defensive abilities, adding Linkasa on the bridge could then even that out when you are too over attacking and too less defending, for example. But she is a nice officer because of that, especially in the lower levels of the game. Not so long after starting playing the game, she will not be of that much use when you get the better crews like PMC and stuff like that. But in the early stages of the game, she would do quite a nice job here. And later, she still has, as an uncommon officer, one away team trait, and that's engineer. There's quite a number of engineers out there, but also some engineers that you might want to use on your ships. So it's always good to have an engineer that you really can send to away teams if necessary, if you need an engineer, because you don't need her on the bridge anymore. So in the early stages of the game, she can be a very good help on the bridge of a ship, and in the later stages of the game, she is quite useful to just send her out to away teams. And I'm talking about the early stages of the game because she's not that hard to get, because she's already in the premium recruit section. That's not the hardest one to get tokens for, and as an uncommon officer, she doesn't need so many shards to unlock her. And as you can see, I've got the maximum shards you can get for her, and I did indeed have her early, and so the probability to have her early is quite big via the premium recruit section. And just to have a complete overview, she is also in the elite Klingon recruit. I'm never using that, but there is another way of getting shards for her. If you want to spend Klingon faction credits on those tokens, you can use them to get some Linkasa shards here as well. I didn't do that though. I usually don't do that. I spend them when I get them from missions or something like that, or events, but I don't buy them in the faction store. They're from my point of view, a bit overpriced there, and faction credits are very useful for blueprints for ships, and so but it's an option, and so I of course have to show you that this option exists. But I still would like to know your opinion about Linkasa from the experienced ones. Have you used her in the early stages? What have you used her for? Are you also sending her out to away team missions now, and so on? And everything you can add will be of help for our newest players on this game. And if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I regularly read your comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.